few minutes to think about yourself. Here is where we can look in each other's eyes and say, I can't stop eating, and know that everybody's going to understand you. Usually you understand everything I say, isn't that true? You relate to everything I say. Go tell your girlfriend you lost a quarter of a pound. Oh, that's nice. You know, what does she know for a quarter of a pound? She says, push yourself away from the table. Well, that's fine, except I take the table with me. Okay, when I push. I understand roll yourself away from the table. That's what I understand. How could you eat so much? Okay. No, they don't understand. They don't understand us. So part of the key for losing it for life, people you can trust, the connection. Responsibility. Move out of the victim position. You are not a victim. There are some people who let things happen, some people who make things happen, and some people who say, what happened? Okay? You're not unconscious. And when you get up one morning and you look and say, look what happened, I gained 10 pounds. No, you didn't, it didn't happen, you made it happen. You let it happen. Move out of the victim role and into the role of responsibility. Because you know what the 10 most important two-letter words, if it is to be, it is up to me. It is nobody's responsibility to have your soup ready for you. It is nobody's responsibility to make sure that you eat every 3 to 4 hours. It is nobody's responsibility to make sure that you drink enough water. It is nobody's responsibility when you go to a wedding and you think you're going to be served at 8 o'clock at night and then they serve you at 10, they give you the soup, you know. It wasn't their responsibility, it was yours that you shouldn't have gone hungry. It is not your fault. It is your responsibility. And everyone in this room looks old enough to assume that responsibility. Okay? Forgiveness. Who gets angry at themselves when they overeat? No. Okay. Who gets angry at themselves when they gain weight? Okay? Time to forgive yourself. You know, it is very hard to be nice to someone you're angry at. It's very, very hard. Like when they come to your house, shout, you're really mad at them, you have to be nice, you know. You can't hate this weight away. You can only love this weight away. It was what it was, and you did what you did. And unless you learn to say, okay, you know, what did I learn from this experience? Because I promise you, you will have the same binge every single Shabbos at 4 in the afternoon until you learn what you need to learn from it, and then you will never have it again. You will never have it again. Once you learn, what am I supposed to learn from here? Well, I'm supposed to learn maybe to plan better. Maybe to prepare for myself. And once you learn that, and once you get miserable enough, because you know what the Anais Nin, the philosopher, she said, when the pain of staying the same is worse than the pain of changing, you change. You change. Who's had enough pain? Who's had enough pain and enough shame and enough clothes that don't fit? If you've had enough pain, you change. Because change is hard. Change is hard. This is not easy. But when you have had enough pain, you change. Transformation of your lifestyle. And this is hard. This is hard for me to tell you. Once you lose the weight, okay, you will never again be able to binge the way you did and keep the weight off. Who will accept that? Who will accept that? Okay? You will never again be able to binge and keep the weight off. There needs to be a transformation. There is no after eating. Does that mean you can't eat another piece of cake? No, it means you can't eat the cake. It means you have to be cognizant of what you're eating. It means that everything you put in your mouth counts. It means that we don't try to get away with stuff because you can't get away with anything. You might get away with it on the scale. Once, twice, it doesn't last. And certainly, you will not get away with it on your body. In your health, okay, in your waistline, you will not get away with it. Perseverance is required to make it through life's inevitable struggles to keep what you've lost and what you've gained through losing. Okay? Life is tough. And I know you had to come out here on a rainy Tuesday night to hear me say that. Life is tough. It is tougher when you are overweight. Who agrees? Who agrees? It is tougher when you are overweight. Okay? It is not easy to navigate through our emotions without the anesthesia of overeating, but it is much harder to be overweight. Yes?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So those are the 7 keys of losing it for life. Number 2, break through denial. Let go of the excuses. Let go of the excuses. The most common way, the excuse is the most common way to justify overeating. Okay? For example, it's late at night and you start thinking about ice cream because you just, it popped into your head. Anxiety begins to mount as you try to decide if you should eat the ice cream sitting in your freezer or say no. You're not thinking about the fact that you're not hungry. The ice cream looks so good, it would be a terrific treat right now, and it's calling you from the freezer, and you've had a long, exhausting day. All of these are excuses to hide the truth. You are not hungry. But the excuses come so easily, so smoothly, it has become your habit just to ignore the truth when it comes to overeating. Excuses take the focus off of long-term consequences. Who makes excuses for overeating? Who makes excuses? Yeah, absolutely. They take the focus off of the fact that you are not hungry. Certainly, you don't want to think about the long-term effects of overeating right now. And the longer you postpone eating the ice cream, the more your anxiety mounts up. Yes? Yes? Should I eat it or shouldn't? Eventually, you become so uncomfortable over this dilemma that you get up, walk to the kitchen, and take out the ice cream. Then you think, well, there isn't much ice cream left in the carton. I'll finish it off and I'll never buy it anymore. And I'll start dieting tomorrow when it's all gone. And then you begin to overeat. The momentary anxiety disappears. The ice cream tastes great, or at least you think it did. You ate it so fast you really didn't taste it. Now it's late and you're really feeling tired and feeling uncomfortably full. You go to bed. Excuses prompted you to ignore the reality that you were not hungry. Does this sound familiar to anybody? Okay? Happily, there is an alternative, but the first step is to see excuses for what they really are. Get rid of the excuses. Nothing takes the place of, I am not hungry. Nothing. Not I'm tired, not I'm nervous, not I wish I had it, not I need something good, not I'll finish it off because I'm starting my diet tomorrow, not I have a run in my stocking and I don't have any money and it's raining outside and there's too much noise outside and I have too much homework and I have too much responsibilities and the bills are coming in and I have discipline problems all over the place and nobody will leave me alone and everybody's pulling at me, yada, yada, yada. And it all spirals down to, what can I eat, right? Of course, of course, of course. These are excuses, and they are lies, and the food promises you everything and will deliver you nothing. Break through the denial and delay the gratification. Delay the gratification. We are adults. You don't need it this second. A baby has to have something immediately. I need it now. And when that hunger comes and those excuses come, I'm just like a baby. I want it now. I want it now. I want it all. I won't take no for an answer. I'll worry about it another time. I'll worry about it later. As you are eating it, you're saying, why am I doing this? I'm not even hungry. I'm going to regret this. But we make all the excuses in our head. Well, I'll start tomorrow. I'll eat less tomorrow. I'll drink more water. I'll. And then we deny. We deny that we are not hungry. And you know what? I think it's important to understand that we can't any longer act on what we think. Because every minute I could think something else. Okay? I have to act on what I know. In here. I know that if I overeat, I'm going to be a very unhappy woman. Who knows it? Who knows it? I know that I'm going to regret the overeating. Who knows it? Who knows? You know it? I'm going to regret it the minute it's here, and then I want to pull it out. I can't pull it out. I'm going to regret it the minute it's over. Break through that denial. There are no more excuses for overeating. Right?
Right.
Right? Okay. Okay. Number 3. Lose the dieting. Lose the dieting. Dieting means missing something. Dieting means doing without. He says diets promote us to miss something based on the premise that we may never have it again. The forbidden becomes very attractive. Sound familiar? Okay? Let's say you're at a buffet table, okay? It's loaded with your favorite food. Usually the thinking goes like this. Oh, it's a simcha. I only get this once a year. I'll need to eat one. No, two or three. And after all, it'll be so long until I ever see this again. I can't let this chance pass. 2 weeks later, you're at another simcha, okay? The cake has your favorite frosting on it. Oh, can you believe this? I'm on a diet and I can't eat the cake and it's right in front of me and I can't have it and everybody will enjoy the taste but me. I'll miss it. I better grab it while I can. 1 month later, you're at someone's house for Shabbos, okay? Another situation. Oh, this is so good and I'll never have this again and blah, 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 blah. Who understands? Who understands? Okay? Lose this mentality and lose it for life. There is nothing that you can't have, but you can't have it all in the same day. There is nothing that you can't have if you earn it, and if you can afford it, and if you can pay for it. When you first get on this program, before you lose the 10% of your weight, you are on a tighter budget. You spent a lot already. You're on a tighter budget. Once you lose 10%, the budget gets a little bigger. And once you are on maintenance, the budget increases. But there is no more hefka spending. You understand me? You understand me? No more hefka spending. And we need to learn to pay for what we get. How much does it cost me doesn't mean money. What does it count for? The same way you get a catalog, you see the clothes, you see what's in there. This is how much